What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely on fire, and we've got a packed show for you today with some massive updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From incredible comeback stories to stunning performances, we're diving deep into the stories that are dominating the conversation. Get ready, because the action is heating up, and you're getting all the unmissable details right here, right now. We're talking about athletes redefining their limits, pushing boundaries, and making history. The energy is high, the stakes are higher, and we're here to break it all down for you with that signature Roger Report flair. So buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through the latest and greatest in the world of sports and beyond. You know, we always bring you the inside scoop, the analysis you crave, and the passion that makes these stories come alive. Let's get into it. First up, we've got a story that's capturing the imagination of the sports world, an athlete making a powerful return and defying expectations. Then, we're heading to the US Open, where a major upset has just unfolded, shaking up the tournament. We'll also look at the aftermath of that match, with expert analysis on what it means for the players involved. And finally, we're shining a spotlight on the style and statements being made off the court, with a deep dive into a standout look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. A powerful comeback, defining a new era. Naomi Osaka is embarking on her second act, and the tennis world is watching with bated breath. Not long ago, Osaka herself voiced concerns about her future in the sport, stating that if her ranking didn't improve, she'd rather spend time with her daughter than continue playing. At that time, she was ranked world number 57 and still finding her footing after a significant hiatus for childbirth. The landscape of women's tennis had shifted, with stars like Iga Swiatek and Aryna Sabalenka dominating the scene, leaving many to wonder if Osaka could ever reclaim her past glory. However, the past 8 months have seen a remarkable resurgence. Osaka has achieved a quarterfinal berth at the US Open, a significant milestone that signals a return to her formidable best. What makes this achievement even more compelling is a striking statistical trend. Every time Osaka has reached the quarterfinals at a Grand Slam, she has gone on to win the title. This hard-court dominance was on full display in her past victories at the US Open, 2018, 2020, and the Australian Open, 2019, 2021. While there have been flashes of this brilliance in recent times, notably a match-point scare against Iga Swiatek at the French Open and a finals appearance in Toronto, this US Open run marks the first time since 2021 that she has sustained this elite level into the second week of a major. The current iteration of Osaka is eerily reminiscent of the player who captured multiple Grand Slam titles. Her game is characterized by minimal movement, as she controls rallies from a dominant baseline position. Her ground strokes are exceptionally heavy and fast, making it nearly impossible for opponents to match her pace. Like Jannik Sinner on the men's side, Osaka seems to possess an uncanny ability to refine her timing throughout a hard-court tournament, eventually becoming unplayable. Her strokes are difficult to read, and she can shift the direction of a rally at will, dictating play while conserving her energy. Even a defender as skilled as Coco Gauff found no answers, particularly as Gauff was simultaneously working through technical adjustments with a new coach. Osaka's path through the draw has been steadier, and her recent victory over Coco Gauff, ranked number 3, was particularly significant as it marked her first win against a top 5 player at a major. The match itself was a swift 64 minutes, showcasing Osaka's clinical efficiency. This performance has propelled her back into the projected top 20 in the live rankings, guaranteeing her seeded status at major tournaments once more. Post-match, a relaxed Osaka even joked about her earlier comments on retirement, stating it was far from a reality, as tennis is as essential to her as breathing. And that's just the beginning of our deep dive into Naomi's incredible journey. Stick around, because we've got more explosive updates coming your way. US Open shocker, Osaka's resurgence continues. Naomi Osaka has once again captured the spotlight at the US Open, following a dominant victory over Coco Gauff that has propelled her into contention for a Grand Slam semifinals spot for the first time since 2021. This remarkable performance marks a significant chapter in her comeback journey, especially considering her previous statements about potentially stepping away from the sport if she wasn't performing at her peak. Osaka's win against Gauff, the reigning French Open champion and a former US Open winner, was a masterclass in controlled aggression. The Japanese star will next face Karolina Muchova for a place in the semifinals, a match that is being broadcast live and promises to be a thrilling encounter. This quarterfinal appearance is particularly poignant, as it comes 5 years after Gauff, then a rising 15-year-old star, was defeated by Osaka at the same tournament, a match that famously left the young Gauff in tears. Both players have experienced vastly different trajectories since that encounter. Gauff has ascended to the top of the women's game, securing multiple Grand Slam titles, while Osaka, after adding to her own Grand Slam tally, faced challenges with mental health and took time away to welcome her first child. Now, it appears Osaka has found her rhythm again, re-entering the top 30 and reaching this stage of a major for the first time in years. Her record at the US Open is particularly impressive. She has never lost in a Grand Slam quarterfinal. Osaka herself downplayed the pressure of this record, describing her current position as uncharted territory and emphasizing her enjoyment of the process and the challenge of playing against the best. Reflecting on her journey, Osaka shared a touching anecdote about watching Gauff from the stands just 2 months after giving birth to her daughter. The opportunity to compete again, especially at her favorite court in the world, holds immense significance for her. She expressed admiration for Gauff's poise and role modeling, highlighting the respect she has for her opponent. Analysts like Marion Bartoli praised Osaka's commanding performance, noting her dominance from the baseline and her exceptional return to form on Arthur Ashe Stadium. Tim Henman observed Osaka's clear, focused mindset, contrasting it with Gauff's apparent struggles and confusion on court, which he attributed to intense focus on her serve and technical adjustments. Experts like Martina Navratilova offered insights into the mental fortitude of top players like Swiatek and Sablenka, noting their lack of weaknesses and powerful game styles. While Osaka's current form is undeniably strong, the insights from these commentators underscore the competitive landscape she is re-entering. The US Open is available to stream live, offering fans a front-row seat to what could be another historic run for Naomi Osaka. But it's not just about the wins and losses on the court. We're also looking at the statements being made off it. Stay tuned for a closer look at Naomi Osaka's standout style at the US Open. Gauff's resilience, a tough loss, a bright future. Coco Gauff's recent defeat to Naomi Osaka at the US Open has sparked discussion among tennis analysts, with Tracy Austin highlighting aspects of Gauff's performance that were tough to watch. Despite the setback, Gauff's overall trajectory in 2025 remains positive, marked by her significant victory at the French Open earlier this year, where she overcame Aryna Sabalenka in a hard-fought 3-set final to claim her maiden Grand Slam title. Following her breakthrough at Roland Garros, Gauff experienced a first-round exit at Wimbledon, but arrived at the US Open with renewed confidence, aiming for a deep run in her home Grand Slam, which she previously won in 2023. While Osaka's performance was widely praised as deserving of the win against an opponent who appeared somewhat out of sorts, Gauff's post-match demeanor received commendation for its maturity and grace. Andy Roddick has offered advice to the 21-year-old, emphasizing the continued learning curve in her professional career. Tracy Austin, speaking on the Served with Andy Roddick podcast, specifically pointed to a particular stroke in Gauff's game that seemed to be a source of significant difficulty. Austin described it as tough to watch when a player exhibits such a pronounced lack of confidence in a specific shot, noting how it can negatively impact their entire game. She elaborated on the challenges of playing at such a high level with a visible deficiency, something she herself experienced during her playing career. Austin praised Gauff's attitude following the loss, stating, "I loved Coco Gauff's attitude after she lost that match." She also acknowledged Osaka's remarkable comeback, noting that it was only a year and 9 months since her maternity leave, and highlighted her recent success in reaching the finals of the Canadian Open in Montreal, calling it her best tournament since becoming a mother. Austin further commented on Osaka's improved game, mentioning work on her defense and consistency, and how Osaka effectively dismantled Gauff's forehand. This observation suggests that Osaka's strategic play was particularly effective against Gauff's vulnerabilities. The consensus among some fans and commentators is that Gauff might benefit from a period of rest and recovery after a demanding season, especially after her significant triumph at the French Open. Despite the disappointment of an earlier-than-hoped exit at her home Grand Slam, Gauff has already proven her championship mettle, and there is still ample opportunity for her to grow and refine her game. The focus for Gauff now may shift towards strategic breaks and ensuring she is fully recharged for future challenges, leveraging the experience gained to become an even more well-rounded player. But beyond the on-court battles, there are always statements being made in the fashion world. We're about to take a closer look at one of the most talked-about looks from the U.S. Open. Osaka's U.S. Open style, a glittering statement. Naomi Osaka continues to make waves not only with her exceptional performance on the tennis court, but also with her bold fashion choices. After turning heads at the 2024 U.S. Open, the former world number 1 and 4-time Grand Slam champion has once again captured significant attention with her distinctive outfit at the 2025 U.S. Open. This custom ensemble has become a talking point of her successful campaign in New York, underscoring her status as a style icon as much as an elite athlete. Osaka, who has been a long-time ambassador for Nike, often opts for custom-designed kits for major tournaments, and this year is no exception. For her opening round match against Greet Minnen, she debuted a striking red glitter kit, complete with a matching jacket and hair accessory. The outfit immediately drew admiration, and Osaka backed up the visual statement with a dominant performance, winning in straight sets against the Belgian opponent. Speaking after the match, the 2018 and 2020 U.S. Open champion elaborated on the inspiration behind her unique attire. "It was really elaborate, because the crystals are really hard to do on a performance outfit," Osaka shared. "I just thought it would be really fun to do in New York under the lights. I'm glad that my first match was a night match, because this outfit was really fun to play." She expressed her hope to showcase her day outfit for subsequent matches, a wish that was granted as her next 3 opponents were faced during afternoon sessions. Osaka continued her winning streak in a vibrant purple version of her custom kit, securing victories against Hailey Baptiste, 15th seed Daria Kasatkina, and the highly ranked 3rd seed Coco Gauff. Each match further cemented her return to form and highlighted the visual flair of her tournament attire. As she advanced to a quarterfinal clash against 11th seed Karolina Muchova, scheduled for a night session, Osaka was set to wear her night outfit once more, indicating its special significance for her. While the custom nature of Osaka's U.S. Open kit means it is not directly available for purchase, fans can still acquire elements inspired by her style. The Nike GP Challenge 1 Naomi Osaka shoes, in a red colorway matching her opening round outfit, are available for purchase on the official Nike website for $170. This allows fans to connect with Osaka's distinctive fashion sense, even if the full ensemble remains exclusive. Osaka's commitment to making a statement, both on and off the court, continues to resonate with fans and media alike, adding another layer to her compelling narrative. And that brings us to the end of our daily rundown. But before you go, let's do a quick recap of all the major stories we covered today. That's a wrap on another incredible day of news. We saw Naomi Osaka make a powerful statement in her return to top-tier tennis. Coco Gauff faced a tough loss but showed resilience, and Osaka's fashion game at the U.S. Open was a showstopper. Don't miss out on any of the action. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, leave a comment telling us your thoughts, and give us a follow on all our social media channels for more exclusive content.